Greetings, fellow humans, and welcome to the Renaissance Yorkshireman podcast. Today's topic is the 5 capitals framework, why it's important to understanding what's going wrong with capitalism, but simultaneously why it's important to understanding how we can move forward from capitalism into post-capitalism, or Game B, as some people like to call it. So the best way to start with talking about the 5 capitals framework is a quote from Jonathan Porritt from his 2005 book, Capitalism as If the World Matters. And he says, "Capital is a stock of anything that has a capacity to generate a flow of benefit which are valued by humans. It is this flow, normally of goods and services of benefit to people, that makes the capital stock an asset. And the value of the asset is derived directly from the lifetime value of the flows to which it gives rise. It entails 5 separate stocks: natural, human, social, manufactured, and financial. These 5 forms of capital, judiciously combined by entrepreneurs, are the essential ingredients of modern industrial productivity." Let's keep things as simple as possible. To understand where capitalism is going wrong, there are 2 things. One is the assumptions that it makes, which many are incorrect, and the second is the philosophy that drives it. The foundations of capitalism make many assumptions about a mythical creature that they call Homo economicus, or rational economic man. Kate Raworth, the author of Donut Economics, says this about rational economic man: "We wasted 200 years staring at the wrong portrait of ourselves, Homo economicus, that solitary figure poised with money in his hand, calculator in his head, nature at his feet, and an insatiable appetite in his heart." Now, Kate Raworth is not the only economist who thinks like this. Ha-Joon Chang, in his 2010 book, 23 Things They Don't Tell You About Capitalism, concurs with Raworth's view when he says this: "If the world were full of the self-seeking individuals found in economic textbooks, it would grind to a halt, because we would be spending most of our time cheating, trying to catch the cheaters, and punishing the court. The world works as it does only because people are not the totally self-seeking agents that free market economics believes them to be. We need to design an economic system that, while acknowledging that people are often selfish, exploits other human motivations to the full and gets the best out of people. The likelihood is that if we assume the worst about people, we will get the worst out of them." Implicit in the philosophy of capitalism as it exists today is the order of the 5 capitals framework, and they order it thus: social capital 5th, human capital 4th, natural capital 3rd, manufactured capital 2nd, and financial capital 1st. The capitalist system values financial capital over human capital and natural capital and social capital. This is a massive mistake. One of the things that it allows is for psychopaths and people with psychopathic tendencies to take over the system. The complex nature of financial capital under capitalism as it exists today allows for psychopathic behaviour to flourish. It also facilitates corruption, things like drug trafficking and money laundering, because financial capital is so complex. Cash, gold, silver, gilt-edged bonds, stocks, shares. There are so many different forms of capital, but they're not necessary. Financial capital does not need to be this complex. It is deliberately made complex so that a narrow class of extremely rich individuals can hold power over the masses of people. The correct order that post-capitalist systems, or Game B systems if you prefer, to order the 5 capitals framework is this: in 5th place, financial capital, followed by manufactured capital. In joint 2nd place, human and social capital, and on the top, natural capital. One of the reasons we need to value natural capital above all the others is because we humans need clean water, fresh air, and uncontaminated food to live. If we value financial capital above natural capital, then pollution just becomes an externality to accept and get along with. But this needn't be the case. Capitalist economists rarely tell us you need to accept pollution, just get on with having your drinking water polluted. Tough shit. They don't say this because it's not a great sell, but it is implicit within their acceptance of financial capital above natural capital. Ultimately, when we talk about economic systems, we need to have a philosophy that we start from. And both implicitly and explicitly, part of the philosophy of post-capitalism, or Game B, has to be accepting the 5 capitals framework in the correct order. And that means financial capital becoming financial capital last, and natural, human and social capital valued as the first 3. When we put financial capital in its proper place as the 5th most important part of the 5 capitals framework, money becomes less complicated. We need simple financial systems. One possible financial system is copiosis. Now, it may be that in some circumstances copiosis could be succeeded by better systems, but it's a reasonable start and we need good starting points. Thank you for giving me your time today. Peace.